Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here and welcome to another video. There should be like 6 videos today in regards to player reviews. I am working on the other cards as well. While my boy was deciding whether or not he wanted to do the Frank Ribery card, he obviously makes a Serie A team, which is why he ended up finishing the Ribery card. But ladies and gentlemen, we are taking a look at a card that is 5'7" with high medium work rates, right-footed, 5-star skill moves with a 5-star weak foot. Now, in regards to how this card's shapeshifters performed, I actually really enjoyed using it. My only problem with that card at the time was obviously I believe it was like 80 stamina at the time, which, you know, I just want it to be higher, obviously. You want to be able to use the players for the entirety of the game and not have to worry about them being dead tired in the 60th or 70th minute, because his off-the-ball movement on that card, I actually really enjoyed playing through the middle. So hopefully this card is the same, but he has 90 stamina now, so it's going to make the difference on the card for sure. In regards to traits, he has injury-prone trait, which should just be removed from the game, and then he also has the flare trait as well. Flare trait can be good and bad at the same time, as you guys know. If you do a regular pass, sometimes they'll do a flare pass when you don't really want them to, right? It is EA's fault that that's a thing, because you should just be able to do a flare pass if you actually hold the L trigger, but they do it randomly sometimes anyways. Now, in regards to his in-games, he has 99 acceleration with 95 sprint speed, so that's good because you don't necessarily need to improve it. He's got 95 attacking positioning, 92 finishing, 93 shot power, so all of that for base card stats is actually really nice. You don't necessarily need to do anything crazy with that. Now, my boy ended up giving him a marksman chemistry style because of me being an absolute freak in regards to, you know, players being more responsive in the dribbling aspect. I don't know if that's necessarily going to be a huge problem, but I don't really see any other chemistry style that I would give him except for maybe Hawk, if his dribbling would be good enough, but I just want him to be like the best dribbler possible, you know what I'm saying, for his own card. So marksman, he puts it on because it makes the most sense, to be honest, right? Because of the way that this game is. You're going to give him the +7 for finishing, +5 for shot power, and then a +10 for long shots, which is obviously very important. You're also going to be boosting his attacking positioning to a 99, so we're going to be experimenting with all of that in game. I see him being used, honestly, in any of the attacking areas. I actually really enjoyed using him as a striker whenever I had my hands on the Shapeshifters card, so we could potentially try him out there, although I don't recommend it with him being a 5'7" player. But then again, he is a 5-star weak foot, so it could compensate really nicely, right? Passing stats, you don't necessarily need to improve. They look great. Dribbling, for base card stats, look really good. You don't necessarily have to improve it. I'm just saying that the way that the game is, I'm going to do it anyways, especially since he's a 5'7" player. I expect him to be a dribbling master in this game. Great thing with this card is the fact that he actually has 91 strength for base card stats, as well as 79 aggression. So the aggression up to an 84 with 99 acceleration, 95 sprint speed, with the height that he has, all that good stuff will be nice in regards to him attacking in certain areas and potentially defending too whenever he gets the chance to. So this is a very interesting card because apparently he's very expensive. So I'll let you guys know how he performs to what his game quality, or how he performs to what his price value is, because I think the card's like 600k. I'm going to check it out afterwards. But yeah, the way that we're going to be lined up in game for the Frank Ribery card is going to look like this. So we're going to be using the 4-2-3-1 as we normally do. We adjust these two things over here. Along with playing in the right side defensive mid position with Kessie on the left side. And then we're going to have cut pass lanes on both of them. Now we're just going to have them on just balanced here. All three of the cams will be on balanced, and then the striker will just be on stay central for Cristiano Ronaldo, because I want to see how Frank Ribery is going to move in this team. So we just have to switch to our defensive tactics, go from there. I will rotate him accordingly, depending on how he moves off the ball. I really hope that he does those cut inside runs in the left attacking position, because then he's going to be amazing there. But I do see him potentially being a really good cam and a striker as well, so we'll rotate him accordingly as the review goes on. I like this team a lot, actually. It's very solid. So, yeah, let's go into a game and see how he plays. So the gameplay is not necessarily crazy right now, but he's actually dribbling really nice in it. So, not too bad so far. I like being able to do like the fake Rabona and stuff with the 5-star skills. It makes a huge difference for me personally. Okay, so far Frank Ribery is deciding to do the straightforward runs, which I don't necessarily like all the time. I want to see a little bit more. I have to experiment with him a little bit more, but it does seem like he is consistently making those forward runs. So what I kind of want to do right here is I actually do want to put cut pass lanes and cut pass lanes on the CDMs, because it actually makes sense for the way that they're moving on the pitch. So it makes sense that my boy actually gave that to them. But so far, I think I would mostly use him as a cam, because he doesn't really do anything crazy on the left side. But we are gonna keep going because it's the first 11 minutes, right? So it could have just been a matter of like the way that the team was moving initially. Yeah, you see in that situation how he runs in a straight line. I was kind of waiting to see if he would make that that run on the inside in that situation, which unfortunately he didn't end up doing. I need to try him out in the cam position, because with Dries Mertens being a high-low work-rated player, Lozano actually has a 4-star weak foot. Yeah, Dries Mertens has really good off-the-ball movement, so I'm actually going to try out Ribery in the middle, as well as a striker position, and then we'll try that out, because the way that he's moving so far in the left attacking mid position on balanced instructions, I'm not necessarily a huge fan of. It's those straightforward runs that I just don't like. So we'll see what's up with him in the middle. Do you utilize that position right there? He does. Okay, so that's the one I look forward to, right? With the cams, I need them to make those specific runs while also going into position really quickly. Dribbling is not too bad considering the circumstances of the gameplay right now, so that's not bad as well. Oh, dribbling is fantastic with this card. I'm even doing skill moves consecutively, and when that happens, obviously, your players start to do the skill moves a little bit worse. Yeah, honestly, the only thing that I see so far that's a problem with this card can be height, because obviously the meta in this game is always going to be physical and the height that a card has. So I could see that definitely being a problem. I'm not necessarily too crazy about him in the cam position so far either, although he is aggressive in the right areas. I do need to experiment with it a little bit more. Near post, great strike right there. So what I'm noticing so far with him in the cam position, his movement is actually very, very helpful through the middle, because of the way that people kind of defend, right? Because the way that he's making those aggressive runs, he chooses aggressive runs really nicely, but when he comes back into position, he kind of lingers on the sides and then makes those angled runs again. So I'm kind of liking him in regards to that specifically. Obviously, the fact that he has the 5-star weak foot to be able to finish situations like that is really, really nice. You just have to kind of get used to the way that he wants to run and how he wants to utilize empty space. So, not bad so far. I do need to keep going, though. It might be a review where I have to use him for more than one game. It really depends, because he moves in a very unique way, you know? I kind of want to put him back in the left attacking mid position, with Mertens playing through the middle. We're going to have Ribery... We're going to have Ribery on free roam. I don't know why, but I feel like he's going to be a monster on free roam, because if he himself moves into the middle on the free roam instruction like Kubo does, I could see him being very, very good. The only thing that I have to do with this team is actually play on 5 depth, because of the way that the players actually move. 4 width with 5 depth. With actually 4 and 4 I think makes more sense with the way that this team performs. I don't know, it's tough to say actually. No, 5 and we'll try 5 and 5 with 5 and 4 for that. We'll see what's up with that. Oh, free roam is it. Look at that. You see that run right there? Okay, free roam it is then. Free roam kind of fixes that movement that I don't like when they kind of run in that straight line. So, nice, man. Time that run a little bit. Play off of my dribble Ribery. He makes that run consistently. Okay. What does he do afterwards, though? That's the important thing. When you have him on free roam, guys, he likes to go into the middle. Okay. Make that pass right there. Ah, we almost got that space. So free roam, he's going to go into the middle more, but then he leaves the left side a little bit more vulnerable, and nothing's really happening there. How about... We have no remaining pauses. Okay, so this is definitely a guy I'm going to have to try out for more than one game. Let's see what your free kicks are like over here. I think that's a goal, actually. Ah, not enough there. I don't take too many, like, normal free kicks in this game. I sometimes score them from time to time, but, yeah, free roam is definitely interesting. He always he moves like crazy. Like, he's at the bottom, he's at the top, he's in the middle. Like, you kind of have to get used to it a little bit. See how he makes that angled run on the inside right there? This is with the free roam instruction. He starts to do that a little bit more. Plays through the middle. We'll get the skill move off right here. A little heel to heel. Try a power strike right there. Defender ends up blocking it. I kind of see what he does on free roam right here. Yeah, free roam, he doesn't go back into position. That's what I don't necessarily like. He kind of plays off of the flashback Mertens, which is okay. It's not terrible. It's just that, like, I'd rather his off-the-ball movement be better without me telling him to be on free roam, you know? Because whenever he just starts to move like crazy, he doesn't really go back into position really quickly. But it's definitely making him move way better for sure. Free roam over there was very, very strange. I mean, he went back into the left attacking position, which was nice. I just feel like he's kind of he's ruining the flow of the team when he's on free roam, which I don't necessarily like. So far, I mean, it's not that the card's terrible. It's not terrible at all, right? This is stuff that we have to experiment with in regards to how he performs. This is not a one-game review. I'm telling you this right now. This is a card you kind of have to figure out a little bit because I'm telling you guys, he feels like he would mostly want to be used in the striker position. That's what it feels like so far in regards to how he's moving off the ball and stuff. I do want to try him out on the sides one more time on balance instructions. If he still doesn't move that well, then we're going to try something else. So far with the card, I'm going to try him out again in the 4-2-3-1 without any instructions in the left attacking position. I want to see if he continues to make those straightforward runs, because if he still ends up doing that, because I find those runs to be really pointless in this game, you need those angled to the inside runs to get those near post angles and everything. It's going to be interesting to try out because I really feel like he needs to be played through the middle in the regards to being in the cam position, the striker position, because I like the way that he moves more in those positions because he feels like he utilizes empty space a little bit better. But again, this is the type of guy where I can't figure out him in the first game, so we are going to play with him again in that position, and then as the game progresses, we will be rotating again. Okay, so this guy has a decent enough team to play against. Yeah, this should be a decent enough team to play against. A 4-4-2 setup. Okay, so with a 4-2-3-1, yeah, should be good. Good defensive player with Ribery there. This guy's a drag back merchant right now, so. You see this situation right here, how I'm using Kessie and stuff? There's no evidence of him ever doing a cut inside right here. Nice little goal right there. He cuts inside in that situation right there. I need to experiment with something now that I just noticed that. Okay. Because Mertens is a high-low work-rated player, and Lozano is also high-low, and then he's a high-medium, it might make the team move a certain way. I love Mertens, but for now, I'm going to take him out and put someone who is a medium-medium. That would be perfect. Actually, a high-medium would be... No, a medium-medium. Yeah, I want to try to put Simone in there. I want to see if that influences the way that he moves. Because it sometimes does. Always got to aim for that ball roll touch right there. Ronaldo's movement is phenomenal, so no complaints there. It's this area right here. If I make this pass... Ooh, he's cutting inside a little bit more there. Oh, I tried to get the ball roll there and it didn't register the skill move. That sucks. That's supposed to be a ball roll touch as well. He is moving slightly different now with these players, so let's see. Simone is amazing. I'm sorry I didn't do the review for this card, guys. Like, he's so freaking good, man. Okay, I'm going to start the game off with Simone in the cam position with the medium-medium. I want to see if that influences it. Okay, so before we get started, like I said, we have to put Simone in the middle right away. I love this Mertens card, by the way. The flashback's great. I don't know if you guys watched the review for that, but it's a great card. I just need to see how Frank Ribery is going to move with his high-medium work rates against someone who's a medium-medium, high-medium, high-high, stuff like that, you know? Like a high-low, it's different because he's always making those aggressive runs forward, so it actually might stop Ribery from doing those angled runs, you know? That's an okay area for him to be aggressive in regards to just running forward, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not necessarily a huge deal. He moves into the middle more, moving off of Simone. Okay. Oh, a good bit of play right there, actually. Dribbling was really nice with him. Left stick dribbling is great with him, guys. Because of his height and because of the dribbling boost that you give him, it's actually kind of nice. It's not as good as it should be, in my opinion, but even with the marksman chemistry style, because like I said, guys, this game is weird like that, man. There you go. Near post angle. Nice. Great goal right there. I am noticing, guys, that he's moving better with Simone playing in the cam position. So Mertens was influencing his movement a little bit. Not like a crazy amount because he still makes those straightforward runs right there. You see that? Dude, Simone just finds himself in the right positions. Yeah, guys, Ribery's not really the type of guy to consistently run on the inside. Now, I did switch out Mertens for this card, and I did notice a little bit of a difference, but he definitely likes to run in a straight line more. So because he has that characteristic, I'm telling you guys, this guy could actually potentially be a very good striker. Alright, guys. Cam position, I liked him on balance. Now the next test is going to be trying him out in the striker position. I'm going to have him on stay central for now. Simone will be playing through the middle. I want to see how Ribery plays now because even with stay central, he's going to choose to make those aggressive runs. So I want to see what he does with that. His finishing is great. That was a bad giveaway by him there. Guys, his dribbling, even with the marksman chemistry style, it's good, but it's not as good as it probably should be, if that makes any sense. Still ends up getting the ball there. This guy's just giving bad giveaways right now. See the little emphasis touch that he does right there? I don't like that, man. He shouldn't actually do that at all with the height and dribbling stats that he actually has. Yeah, that's the positioning. Yeah, he's a player you play through the middle. Cam position, striker position, 4-4-2 with him up top in the striker position. That's how you're gonna use this card, guys, for sure, man. Because once you get into the space with him, because he's so small and agile, even though it's not as good as I'd like it to be, especially at those stats, it's still nice to use up top in the striker position. Alright guys, so final verdict on the Frank Ribery card in regards to how he performs in game. So, with this card moving the way that he does, I could see him potentially being a very fun player to use in the left mid position and striker and cam position. In the left and right attacking mid position, this guy will not do those specific runs that actually help you score more opportunities. He's very, very linear in regards to just running in a straight line, which is exactly what you don't want your players to do in those positions. That attacking AI movement is fine for a left mid position if you're playing like a 4-4-2 because you can kind of set certain instructions for him to play a certain way. When you give him the free roam instruction, that's when he starts to utilize middle position, but I feel like he doesn't go back into the left attacking position quickly enough to really utilize the free roam instruction like someone like Kubo does, right? I gave him the marksman chemistry style. I didn't feel like his dribbling was as good as it probably should have felt. I've used better dribblers in this game, regardless of the fact that it's all 99. And this is why I do this to these cards, guys, because the way that the gameplay is, you need to have cards that are as responsive as possible. Now, is he bad at dribbling? No, he's still very good at dribbling. He's still very responsive. It's just not as good as it should feel considering the dribblers that I've used so far this year. In regards to how he plays through the cam and striker position, the cam positioning was actually really nice. Off the ball movement was great in regards to utilize empty space in certain ways. But it was very, very apparent that this is the type of card that you mostly use in the striker position because of the 5-star weak foot, because of the specific off-the-ball movement that he ends up using, because he chooses to do more angled runs through the middle than he does if he's playing in the left or right attacking mid position. So with the marksman chemistry style, it's still a very, very fun card to use. I really I just didn't enjoy using his height part on the card when he was playing in the cam spot, but it wasn't actually that big of a nuisance when he was in the striker position, because you do the quick dribbles, you get him on his 5-star weak foot or his regular foot, he's going to take a really nice shot, especially with the chemistry style of marksman, right? Now, is he worth 667k? Not a shot, okay? This card for me personally, 240k, right? 667k is absolutely absurd for the value that he offers in game, in my opinion. I still felt like he was a really, really fun card to use, especially for like a Serie A team playing in the left mid position, or you know, those types of things. But 667k, guys, is way too much for the price value. I wouldn't even put SBC fodder into this card, because if he's a 5'7" player, his dribbling should feel more responsive in game, and if he had the traits of you know, finesse shot or outside foot shot, then I would probably push it up to like a 300k. But 667k, no way, man. It's way too expensive for the guy, for what he offers in game. Still really fun to use. It's a good card, but for an untradeable, the untradeable aspect to price aspect to in-game aspect, it doesn't do it for me in that regard. But that's pretty much it for the review, guys. I have so many cards to review today. So yeah, 250k, 240k, 667k, not a chance. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys for the other videos today. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.